Hey, Kevin, how you doing? My name's Sean McGough. I'm a crazy conservative from Boston. I got a long story I won't bore you with, and I'll try to keep this 10 minutes or less. Oh, how can I do this in 10 minutes or less? Crazy as hell. Yes, I am. The VA says I'm bipolar, but I've diagnosed myself. I think I'm schizophrenic, but I go a little further than that. I talk to God and the devil. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, I know that's nuts. It's a long story. Anyway, I see triggers all the time and ways to find God. I can't tell other people how to find God. It's a long story. I can tell you how I do it. Maybe if my ideas help you, that's fine. Whatever. Anyway, I ask God questions all the time, and Diablo kicks in. And I know when he's there now, and I know when God's there now, because I had, it's funny. You're not going to believe any of this, are you? God's saying, go ahead and tell him anyway. I said, all right, maybe he'll laugh. You should hear the voices in my head and how much swearing's going on. That's a long story all in itself. I got 3 morons that want to tell you 100 jokes. That's what happens when I listen to you. I hear your joke. Sometimes it's the exact joke I'm thinking. And then all of a sudden, the 3 morons got to run around and tell more jokes. And then after a while, they get out of hand and God throws bricks at them. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell it to you sometime. Where was I going with this? I've been talking to Diablo all night. He's a funny bastard, misunderstood. Oh, I guess I could put that in a better joke. You'd have to understand it because he's really sick, honestly. But think Gilbert Godfrey and multiply that by about 10,000. Nobody else will laugh at his jokes. Anyway, God too, he tells some... He loves dad jokes, so that's why everybody loves dad jokes. Oh, I had a dad joke he gave me, and he gave me a lot of jokes. Nobody listens. Anyway, where the hell was I going with this? Oh, yeah, he just told me, get back to where you're supposed to be, MFer. Anyway, it's a long story. He talks to me that way. Don't talk to God the way I do, or the devil. He ain't God. Don't even talk to the devil. I can tell you how. Oh, I'm not going to tell you how. God says you're not supposed to talk about how I find him. Oh, by the way, I make these videos for myself, and I got to go back and listen to them because I had about 40 videos on my phone. I didn't know I used up all my phone, and then I used up 10 gigabytes, kilobyte, whatever the hell the gigabytes are. It cost me $10 a month, but I filled it all. And I said, holy crap, my phone was bothering me, and God bothers. It's a long story. But anyway, I went through and listened to them all, and I said some really crazy, dangerous shit. So I deleted them all. I probably could have made a fortune anyway. I don't want to do money that way. I got one thing I tried to warn the world about. God said I can turn a page. He used the music to tell me that. I made some jokes on Facebook, but I don't think I labeled them. It's a funny joke between me and God, but I need 80 million subscribers before I can tell it. Now, that's a long story, too. It's a different joke. Anyway. Where the hell was I going? Oh, yeah, you were talking about... Thank you. You were talking about your dad today, and I lost my father when I was 3. My uncle did the best he could, but he was tough. And my mother was crazy. Go figure, right? It runs in the family. But she wasn't nearly as crazy, I'm realizing, as we all thought she was. Neither are a lot of people. I'll tell you sometime. They just don't know how to deal with it yet. But anyway, where the hell was I going with this? He says I keep getting off track, MFer. Sorry, that's how he talks to me. It has a lot to do with those tests. Tests? I didn't know about tests. I didn't know how many books were in the Bible or the Quran. That's a long story. Anyway, where the hell was I going with this? Oh, yeah, your dad. A lot of stuff you talk about it. And I said, I had a joke with Dave Landau. It came from Jesus. And I told him, go ahead and put it on me that Jesus said, go ahead with this joke. I won't tell you the joke because I'm daring him to do it. So's Jesus. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell him, I asked Jesus why he would give me this joke because I'm such a ball buster to him. I've hated him my whole life. That's a long story. And he said, well, finally I listened to God. He said to give him another chance. I says, fine, if you want me to give him a chance. That's a long story. Anyway, he says, because he forgive me. And I said, get the fuck, yeah, that's what I said to him, get the fuck out of here. And he says, hey, you're not all bad. So anyway, it's a long story. If you have a kid, he'll hear them. I don't know. I got a whole ton of them. I take stories from other people. I call myself a guardian angel. Like I said, I quit the job God wanted me to take. That shit hurts. I don't like it. Oh, yeah, that was the other one. It's funny because God wants me to do all kinds of crazy shit. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing probably a quarter of what he wants. Not even, probably about 5% of what he wants me to do. It's crazy. But anyway, it's like that Matthew McConaughey movie where he takes the drugs and he gets better and better and better. I get better and better, and I'm like, no one's listening. Fuck him. Anyway, he's so pissed. The devil thinks that's funny as shit. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, that's how quick he works. Anyway, where the hell was I going with this? Yeah, believe me or not, I don't care, but I think I'm pretty funny, and I make people laugh all night, and then I ask them, do you believe in God? Now I'm mixing in Jordan Peterson and Freud, Young, crazy. Even the funniest thing you got to do is go to any university and look up a psychology professor with pronouns them, they, and their goddamn. It's the crazy shit. I'm like, people are paying for this? Oh, I don't know. It's hilarious. You keep looking at all these different universities on YouTube, and they put this stuff out there, and I'm like, so at pre-med school, they're telling men can get pregnant. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, if you see this, I'd love to hear from you. Or actually, no, I don't want to hear from you. Just talk a little bit about your childhood with your dad and like where you, like your mom and stuff. That's all. I don't want to hear from you. You don't want to hear from me. Just if you could do that on the show, and we'd love to see what Teddy looks like. I know I'm not alone. And we love seeing Gizmo. And that was a funny joke with God the other day. You started talking about, it was, come on, God, help me out with that one. Jesus Christ. No, go back to your room, you little fuck. Oh, what was it? Come on, help me out here. Oh, dog whistles, right when you were talking, thank you. Right when you were talking about dog whistles, Gizmo starts barking. I died laughing, and God said, that's funny, and even Diablo said he can't top that one. So anyway, if you're interested, just talk about it on your show. We want to see what Teddy looks like, and keep it up, brother. You're the best. I don't know if I'll post this or not. I got to listen to it all and see what kind of hogwash shit I just said. I can't remember none of that. Every minute it's a different story. Holy shit. The gist is always the same, but the stories might change depending on who the hell I'm talking to. Be careful when you talk to nuns. You shouldn't say cocksucker to a nun. It's not... Diablo thought it was hilarious. The nuns laughed, but I know God was like, what is wrong with you? I get that a lot from both of them. You'd be amazed. Well, maybe you wouldn't be. Anyway, that's about it, I guess. God bless you, and God bless Teddy. And I get some... I'll tell you another time. Never mind. Anyway, I gotta see if... All right, bye. God bless you.